Hi everyone. Well, first of all, you have to forgive my croaky voice. I've got a bit of a cough and a cold I'm trying to get over at the moment, like many of you probably are as well. So you have to forgive me for this. If you can hear me, okay, I hope at least. But yes, Christmas isn't looking that great, really. We're looking like some rather unsettled conditions, and it is nice to see a nice Christmassy traditional scene like this. But it's very unlikely we'll see anything anywhere close to this, really, with showery conditions and wet weather at times. So we'll start off with the synoptic chart that we often look at, and you can see these large areas of low pressure all the way across the Atlantic, all the way up here to the northeast. So it's spreading right across the Atlantic, and these areas of low pressure only really mean one thing, and that's unsettled weather. So we'll overlay the average wind speed here, and you can see as we run this model through, you can see that these areas of low pressure continually affect us or stay close to us just to the west or southwest. So right through Christmas Day and even into Boxing Day, we see these areas of low pressure coming through. Although we see this here, this area all the way up through here, this is an area of high pressure that's trying to push its way towards us. So this little extension a bit here, well, this is what you call a ridge, or a ridge of high pressure. So this is going to settle things down a little bit as we move into Boxing Day. Now, this is on the global forecasting system model, so we can compare the same kind of charts to the French model that we often use, and you can see here that much the same happens really. We see these areas of low pressure moving through into Saturday, Christmas Eve, and into Christmas Day itself. A little bit of a subtle difference here. This little area of low pressure, little trough of low pressure here, is a little bit more pronounced. So possibly bringing some stronger winds than the global model is showing. But then as we move through into Boxing Day, into Monday, we get these winds coming down here. You see with the wind arrows coming down from the west or northwest. So it brings in some much colder air for just a couple of days. So let's see how this translates on the weather map here, on the symbol map. So we can see here on Christmas Eve, it looks like a fairly unsettled day, maybe a few showers coming through, but later in the day it will cloud up a little bit more with increased risk of showers, and overnight some rain is likely to move through. And this will be in a moderate to fresh west to southwesterly wind, and the temperatures will be very mild really, so 11 to 12 degrees Celsius. Then as we move into Sunday, which is Christmas Day, we see some early rain moving through. So this is likely early in the day. And then as we move into the second half of the day, we start to see some somewhat brighter conditions. It does still look like there'll be some showery rain around or showers here and there. And this will be in a fresh to strong west to southwesterly wind, which will have been fresh or strong southerly in the morning. And the temperatures are much the same. So we're looking around 11 degrees Celsius across the island. Then as we move into Boxing Day, which is Monday, it's a little bit of a change. So it looks mostly dry, some sunny spells, occasional areas of cloud moving through. Perhaps the outside chance of a shower, but that would mostly be down here in more southern parts of the island, with the showers at this time that would be likely running through the English Channel. So should mostly miss the land, so it should be a fairly reasonable day. The temperatures are going to be a little bit down, so we're going to be seeing temperatures 5 or 6 degrees Celsius across most of the island, perhaps a little bit closer to 7 degrees Celsius here along windward coasts, with the wind coming in off the sea. But in general, it's going to feel quite a lot colder with about a 5 or 6 degree temperature drop compared to the day before, so it will be quite noticeable. But it will be a reasonably pleasant day. At least that's how it's looking at the moment. Although a slight change in timing, and there could still be some rain lingering around on Monday morning. But of course we'll let you know over the next day or two. So how are things looking beyond this? So if we look in towards Tuesday of next week, we've got this area of high pressure down here still to the south and southeast and southwest really, so it extends all the way from the southwest to the southeast, but we've got this what we call a long fetch southwesterly wind, so this will be bringing in some very, very mild air off the Atlantic, and that will be moving its way up towards us through Tuesday. So through Tuesday, it looks like it's going to be mild and mostly cloudy. And then into Wednesday, we start to see these areas of low pressure start to push through again. Some of them are quite small, but some of them are quite strong. So we're going to start to see, especially towards as we move towards New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, times around that, it does look like it's going to be still unsettled with strong winds at times, possibly some gales, and yeah, some rather unsettled conditions. So the best time, really, we're really looking at the best weather, probably Boxing Day. So we're looking at the 26th and the 27th, but after that it turns unsettled again. So there we are, really unsettled with rain at times, but it will be turning drier and brighter on Boxing Day. But it will be quite a bit colder compared to the days previous to it. And that's it, really. So we'll give you a few more updates, or at least another video update potentially in the next couple of days if anything changes or if requested. So anyway, that's all for now. Goodbye.